Hi everybody, my name is Keara and I'm going to be doing my Facebook analysis on Abby Paulson. So a little bit about Abby's Facebook, which is very non-traditional. She doesn't have a lot of photos on there. She doesn't put a lot of statuses or news feed things up on her Facebook. She does have a lot of friends, 1,051. She has less than 50 photos. She has mostly pictures, some videos, and dance marathon information. She has likes on a lot of her photos, which is about 30 to 40. And then her About section is where she's from, where she attends college, and that she was born October 19th, 1994. So here are all the adjectives that I would use to describe Abby, which would be the blind adjectives. Here are all the adjectives that Abby would use to describe herself, which would be the open adjectives. So the adjectives that Abby chose that I didn't would be on this page, and so that leaves 82 out of 134 adjectives left for the Johari window. The first theory I want to touch on is impression management theory. It's a theory that understands interpersonal mediated communication or self-presentation. Self-presentation is a process that involves controlling impressions revealed to audiences, according to Goffman, Leary, and Kowiski, coming from my first article. There's 3 goals of self-presentation: personal goals, social and economic, self-esteem, and the ability to sustain identity. There's 2 motivations that help with these goals, which is discrepancy between current and desired image and the importance of image. According to Leary and Kowiski, there's different audiences. There's your stronger audiences, which hold characteristics of knowledge, status, and beauty, and are people that are important to impress, and they're your less stronger audiences. Strong audiences would be people such as parents, teachers, or employers. So studies have also shown a positive relationship between audience strength and the use of face-saving behaviors enacted to avoid undesired images, according to Brown, and Garland. As you can see here, I took a screenshot at Abby's Facebook. There's all her photos that you can find unless you try to dig deeper or click on other things. If you just click on Abby's photos, this is what comes up, the 6 photos alone. I think this is an example of her reaching out to her stronger audiences. She's reaching out to her employers and her teachers. She doesn't want them to see photos of her drinking or photos of her with friends that may have foul language on it. She's using the face-saving behavior to enact this on her Facebook. In everyday life, people present themselves to others both offline and online. In the next article, it touches on self-presentation as well. According to Adam Smith, he conceptualized society as a minor, reflecting back to the individual aspects of themselves. Self-presentation is a first hurdle in constructing a self, according to Glipsch, Cornish, Aveling, and Zidon. Now, people have different selves, and according to the researcher named James in this article, he synthesized this idea that the proposition that people have as many selves as they have significant others or communities. So here's an example in the quote that I just talked about, where people are going to have so many identities that they can have as many identities as they do communities or significant others. Here are just 3 of Abby's identities that she placed on her Facebook. There's the one on the right with her friends, where she can be a little bit more informal and be more outgoing and say what she wants. And then she has a more formal in the middle, where she's with a political candidate. Then she has an identity that she placed with her parents, which is maybe a little bit of more formal and informal. This shows just 3 of the many identities that Abby has. So the next thing the article talks about is social recognition and validation by the community. This means validation from your peers, from people such as teachers and things like that. There are 2 ways of recognition. There are formal structures and informal. Formal structures are school grades, promotion, or medals, according to Glipsch, Cornish, Aveling, and Zidon. Less formal would be fashion, social network, and attractiveness. I took 2 examples from Abby's Facebook. The formal would be when she got her internship, and that would be the formal recognition of somebody giving her an internship that she really wants. And the informal is putting up a picture on Facebook, a fashion picture of the Blackhawks, and people commenting on it saying that they really like the Blackhawks or her fashion sense. Also, according to Chang, Su, and Ling, young people who receive little formal recognition often try to create their own structures of recognition. This means for people on Facebook, as they put on profile pictures, they want to get recognition from their peers, such as likes, comments, things like that. So I pulled a picture from Abby's Facebook, which is her profile picture, and it shows all the likes that she's gotten and all the recognition and all the comments that she's gotten from her peers, which helps with her self-esteem and identity. My next theory is a dramaturgical theory. It's a theory to understand the theatrical representation of life. There is a front stage and a back stage. The front is where the performance is taking place, and the back is where the actor prepares for the performance. Facebook is an example, or could be, of a front stage, because the backstage is the person that is getting ready to post photos or editing the photos or thinking before they say something on Facebook. An article that I found says that the Goffman's dramaturgy is not only a theory, but is a method, but rather a perspective or a view on social life. Its shallow application may lead either to functionalist determinism or individualistic relativism. Functionalist determinism is where individuals merely re-represent roles prescribed to them by social norms and conventions, according to Esther Vosso. Most social norms for college students would be drinking, going out with friends, being very social. So I picked 2 photos from Abby's Facebook that kind of go along with those social norms. One on the right with her friends and the other one of her drinking, because these are social norms that most college students want to live up to for their identity. Individualistic relativism is where everyone has a possibility of always manipulating others. I picked 3 photos from Abby's Facebook that kind of looks like she is trying to be like others or manipulating others. And the first one, it's her with her friends. They all have beers out in the picture. The second one is her with her sister, and it looks like they are matching or want to be matching or have matching outfits. The third one, and this happens a lot with others, is when you're in a club, they like to manipulate each other and wear same club t-shirts, and that is what she's doing in the third and final photo. Thank you everybody for watching my Facebook analysis, and here's the Works Cited page.